gonna go for that coffee.
Okay.
Please, if anyone tries to pass it,
Okay.
and Jared, don't let anyone know.
Yeah. Go ahead, go ahead. Careful. I Yeah, you're scoring there.
It's just slow down like let me know when you want to play. You can take your time, let them warm up. Okay.
morning, everybody. Welcome to Westmount Arena. It's the final day of the annual Selwyn House preseason tournament. I'm Jared Leckman-Minkoff. Thanks for being with us. We'll start with the semifinals this morning before the final this afternoon. This is the 1 versus 4 matchup. Bourget College Voltigeurs against the Selwyn House Griffins. Bourget finishing with a record of 3-1 during the preliminary round. The Griffins finishing with a record of 2-2. Bourget led the tournament in goals scored with 22 goals through the 4 games. So we know they are a potent offensive team. The Griffins, to their credit, however, gave up the fewest goals in the tournament, just 9 through the 4 games. The preliminary round game between these two teams was, of course, cut short because of the incident involving Kieran Larson. Although that game did go down as a win for the Griffins, the score was 6-4 at the time. The other semifinal, the Lower Canada College Lions against the Mount Academy Under-18 Saints, which is going on right now at the other rink. The Lions, the 2 seed, and the Saints, the 3 seed. The consolation game between the Under-17 Saints and the St. John Bosco Braves will also take place this morning. Bourget is located in Rigaud, which is about halfway between Vaudreuil-Dorion. They sit only in a 2 Western Championships last season, but of course they have played the Stansted Spartans 3 times already. As both teams will line up at their respective blue lines. Good show of sportsmanship. Reminds you what this is all about. This tournament doesn't actually count for any value in the standings. It's just so several teams can come together and get some extra practice in before really kicking off their seasons. About ready to get going here. The first and second periods will be shorter, as they have been throughout the tournament. The third period, it depends on how much time is remaining. The Griffins will designate Michael Paliotti for the opening draw, but they'll have to redo the draw. It's Elie Robert on the other side for the Voltigeurs. Minutes on the clock for the first period, and during the preliminary round, the first and second periods were both 15 minutes long, with a very brief break in between. The Zamboni only came out between the second and third periods, but now we'll redo the draw as Jackson Pitfield wins that one. Back for the Griffins. They'll set it up in their own zone. Huberman will push it ahead to Pitfield, but they'll have to leave it back. Cristofaro, his pass picked off, but the Griffins will maintain possession. Huberman tries to flip it out. Sami Taher got in his way. Taher taken down behind the net, but no call coming. Another battle for the puck. Taher causing problems for Macri. Comes back to the line. A shot. That one hits the post. Quick chance for the Voltigeurs. No harm, no foul for the Griffins as Huberman will flip it out. It's grabbed there and sent right back in. Griffins having a bit of trouble on his opening shift, but here's Cristofaro. Will pick up speed through center and dump it down the ice, but icing will be waved off. Now the Voltigeurs will work it back out. Kiefer Pion-Robin sends it ahead. This is Olivier Tétrault. Tétrault in the corner. Tries to leave it for Pion-Robin. Now comes back around to Beckerleg. Lift up in the air and sent right on goal. Evan Unyi will hold on to that one. Evan Unyi got the shutout against St. John Bosco in the tournament opener. That was a 6-0 win for the Griffins. Behind the net now, Pion-Robin sends it back to the point. Long shot. Dribbles in on Unyi. Macri, or excuse me. It's Kieran Larson in the corner. The Voltigeurs just keep the puck in at the line. There's another shot that sails wide of the net. Tétrault down to Pion-Robin. Liam Ray watching him. And another shot from the point. You get an idea of what the Voltigeurs are trying to do early in this one as that puck will dribble out to center. Tétrault flips it right back in on Unyi. And he'll leave it back for Ray. Larson gives it across and just tips it back in to the Voltigeurs zone. This is Miles Pitaro trying to leave it behind for Hugo Boisclair. Now the Voltigeurs start out through center. Antoine Grenier dumps it in and he's taken down by Lucas Seferis. That's going to be an interference call on Seferis. 2.5 minutes into this game. The Voltigeurs will head to the power play. Well, the Voltigeurs have scored 22 goals in this tournament. In their regular season, in 6 games, they've only scored 14. As here's Grenier. Gives it across. Up at the line, the Voltigeurs will get set up. Grenier. Sends it back to the left point. Pass out in front. Couldn't quite connect, and it'll come back to the blue line. 30 seconds gone in this power play. There's a long shot that sails wide. Grenier. Down low, centering in front. And that was Xavier Martin, who got a clean shot off. And now another chance, fanning on the shot. Rebound out front. Unyi makes a pad save, and they score. Not sure who got the last touch, but it's a power play goal for the Voltigeurs. 1-0 lead early. Looks like it was Antoine Grenier. Griffin's goaltender is actually Francis Paradis. My apologies for that, as he couldn't quite make the save, as that puck was just sliding through his crease. Bit of an unorthodox play, but the Voltigeurs will take it. And now the Griffins look to respond.
Okay, that was a total fluke. He lost the puck, eh? Okay. Make the shoot.
Around the boards, Pion Robin hit hard, and John Chatsis will take over. Macri to Chatsis. He's bothered along the boards. Salakudinov sends it around. Boisclair is there for the Voltigeurs. Huberman keeps it in. Macri for Salakudinov. Salakudinov sends it ahead. Chatsis will walk in from the line, take the shot. And that one stopped.
Play, John.
Samuel Pitcher, the goaltender for the Voltigeurs. Macri in behind the goal, and he loses it. Now the Voltigeurs will start back out, but it's sent right back in. Miles Pitaro, pass up ahead, hits Huberman, and he'll go into the corner. Olivier Tetreault all over him, and Tetreault comes away with it, tries a centering pass, and that one didn't connect. Lozanis looking for Cristofaro, but passed just a bit too far. Big hit along the boards as Liam Ray taken out by Tetreault. And the Voltigeurs will settle it down. This is Sami Taher. Turns it to the left side for Jacob Dagenet. Now it comes back out to center. The Voltigeurs will settle it down again. Pitfield picks off that pass and works into the offensive zone. Pitfield taken hard to the boards, and that's going to be a penalty on the Voltigeurs. It's going to be a holding call. And so the Griffins will get a power play opportunity of their own. 12:39 to go in this first period. Griffin's power play has done well at generating chances, but they have had trouble finishing in this tournament, so they'll look to correct that here. As here's Isaac Huberman. They'll leave it down for Michael Paliotti. Paliotti for Patel. Patel walks in, fires that off the side of the net. It's sent around the boards and down the ice by the Voltigeurs. Macri back to get it. Look out, he's under pressure. But he'll leave it for Paliotti and back to Macri. 30 seconds gone in this power play for the Griffins. Here's Isaac Huberman through center. Huberman drops it to Larson. Across Macri with space. Macri to Paliotti, fan on the one-timer. Patel steals that puck back for Huberman. He couldn't get a clean shot off. Kieran Larson at the right circle, down Patel. He finds Paliotti. His shot goes wide again. Larson to Patel and back. Kieran Larson for an option. Patel out front. Huberman tried that signature slot shot, but couldn't get it off this time, but the Griffins hold it in. Larson. Patel is looking for Paliotti, but looks another way. Larson will fire it himself, and that one off the mask of pitcher. It stays in play, but comes out of the zone. So here's Kieran Larson. Across to Macri. Luca Macri will stop at the left point and give it back to Larson. 20 seconds to go in this power play. Kieran Larson circles the zone, and his pass picked off. And Bourget will finally work out of their own zone as a quick shot, and an alert save from Paradis. That will about do it for the power plays. Here goes Paliotti, and he's stopped just inside the line, sent all the way down the ice just as the penalty expires. And Pitfield, and Tsafaris rather, races back for that one. Chama leaves it back to Tsafaris. And it's intercepted again by the Voltigeurs. A quick shot goes off a stick and out of play. Not many stoppages in the early goings here, but the Griffins fail to take advantage of their power play. It's a similar outcome that we saw in both their games against Mountain Academy, where they got sustained zone time, generated a few chances, but couldn't put them in the net. As they win the draw and they'll work out with it now. Pitfield sends it ahead. Icing waved off as that puck deflects in. Leon Robin gives it away. Now Pitfield leaves for Tsaferis. Sends it deep into the Voltigeur zone. Lozanis centering for Pitfield, his shot. And that's a stop by Pitcher. And a good slot shot from Jackson Pitfield. Samuel Pitcher has been splitting time in net with Zachary Botello, the other goaltender for the Voltigeur so far in the regular season. They've each gone into 3 games. As the Griffins will win that draw, Downey sends it deep. And the Griffins lose possession in the offensive zone, but Joel Downey takes it right back at center. Flipped off the boards and out of the zone. Now Hugo Boisclair for the Voltigeur. Tried to pass it across to Petaro, but he loses control. Salakudinov for the Griffins fires it himself, and a glove save for Pitcher. Face off to the left of Pitcher. Been solid in the early goings, hasn't had much work yet. And that's one back by the Voltigeur, but taken right out in front, Salakudinov. I believe Pitcher got a blocker on that. It's going to be another face off to his left. Salik Salakudinov has been very solid for the Griffins in this tournament. In the face-off dot and along the boards. As there's another one draw, a quick shot from Montpetit. That one goes wide. Salakudinov fighting along the boards, and the Griffins keep it in momentarily, and a huge hit at the blue line. And stolen right back, a shot off a stick and out of play. Griffins have to be careful as Bourget team is so good in transition. So many speedy forwards that can do damage. Started with a big hit at the offensive blue line that led to a 3-on-2 for the Voltigeur. Face off to the right of Paradis. It's won back by Pitfield. Chama pokes it up to John Chatsis. His pass just misses Hugh Griffin. And now Tetro. They'll flip it in for the Voltigeur. Chama sends it ahead. That pass just a bit too far for Tsaferis, but he'll get it back and flip it directly out of play. 8:19 on the clock in this first period. Face off just outside the Griffins' blue line. And the Voltigeur win that one. That pass misses, and Yassine Chama takes over. Puck pinned along the boards. Taken back and intercepted by Tsaferis as he's hit there by Antoine Grenier. Voltigeur in their own zone. Good forecheck from the Griffins, but they'll manage to break it out to center. And a centering pass there for Pion Robin. He couldn't get a quick shot off, but Paradis alert enough to make the save. Grenier at center, being hounded by Hugh Griffin. And he'll give it back. And now here comes Xavier Martin for the Voltigeur. He'll drop it back. Martin tries to center it again, but that one's taken away by the Griffins. That pass deflected, so icing is waved off. as pitcher sends it around the boards. Patel leaves it for Larson. Larson looking for Becker leg, but he lost an edge. Now it's flipped out of the zone. Becker leg. Pass up ahead for Patel. It bounces off his stick. Liam Ray will send it back in. Delayed offside. And now here come the Voltigeurs again. Tetro in the offensive zone. Drops it back for Pion Robin. Back at the line. Another long shot from the point. Sails wide. Larson can't get it out. Pion Robin. He runs into Larson. Now flipped out. Knocked down by Tetro. We're going to say it was knocked down with a high stick. So they'll stop play with 6:29 left in the first period. The Voltigeurs have tried several long shots from the blue line so far in this first period, knowing that all it takes is a bounce off a defenseman or a lucky deflection. It's never a bad strategy. The Griffins win that draw. Isaac Huberman looks for Cristofaro, but couldn't get that pass out of the zone. Here's Tetro. He centers it in front. Pion Robin couldn't get a stick on that one. And it's sent back out to center. Pass misses Tetro. Here's Huberman to Cristofaro, looking for a bit of space. Domenico Cristofaro will send it back to Luca Macri. Huberman for Cristofaro. Battling for it along the boards. And it'll come back again to Macri. Pitfield with a look over his shoulder. We'll send it back to Macri behind the net. And now a potential breakout for the Griffins as here's Lazanis. Lazanis for Pitfield at the right circle. Pitfield fires. That one gets blocked in front. Good defensive work by the Voltigeurs there. Yassine Chama recuperates that puck in his own end. Chama. Pass across comes to Downey. Downey will fire it on. That's stopped by a pitcher. The rebound was there for Lazanis. And now Tetro. Sent back in by the Voltigeurs. That pass ahead for Salakudinov. Skips over his stick. That'll be an icing call against the Griffins. 4:59 left in this first period. Still a 1-0 lead for the Voltigeurs. Off a power play goal from Antoine Grenier in the early goings. The Griffins have been trying a lot of long breakout passes so far, which haven't really worked to their favor. That's just another example, which led to an icing call. Salakudinov wins that draw again for the Griffins. Seferis from Montpetit. Nice play to Salakudinov as he flips it right into the Voltigeurs bench. Salakudinov is from Saint-Anne-de-Bellevue. This Griffins team has representation from all over the greater Montreal area and even outside of it. So get that draw to Montpetit. Montpetit trying to push it forward. Salakudinov comes into the offensive zone offside. This Griffins line has caused a lot of trouble for their opponents throughout this tournament. They're still looking to get going in this game. Montpetit and Salakudinov especially have been trouble on the forecheck. As the Voltigeurs control, the puck rolls right in on Paradis, and he'll cover up again. It's the fourth stoppage in about 30 seconds. Paradis was the goaltender for the Griffins' 3-1 loss to the under-18 Mountain Academy Saints on Friday. Behind the net, there's a quick shot that goes off a stick and out of play again. Well, as mentioned, the Griffins have the best defense in this tournament. Only 9 goals allowed in the 4 games. They've scored 13 goals, which pushed them tied for 3rd out of the 6 teams. LCC scored 18, and of course Bourget scored 22. That puck dribbles to the line. It's held in. Another shot, again off a stick, out of play. Both teams having trouble finding rhythm here. And the Griffins will get a makeshift line out with Jackson Pitfield, Hugh Griffin, and John Chatsis. Varsity win that draw. Another shot goes off the glass. And it comes back to the line. The Griffins fighting for it. And it does come out to center, but shot down the ice. That's going to be an icing call against the Griffins. 3:53 to play in this first period. As mentioned, every Griffins player is from Quebec. It's not actually the case for Bourget. They have 2 players from Newfoundland and 2 players from Ontario. As the Voltigeurs control at center. Flip back into the Griffin zone. Tyler Pita's there. Gets it ahead to Chatsis. Now Chatsis will start out of his own end. Gives it across to Luca Macri. Griffin couldn't poke it any further. Pitfield in on the forecheck, but the Voltigeurs will control. Elie Robert just across the Griffins blue line. His pass taken away by Pitfield. Robert gets it back. He sends it down low, a cross ice pass. That hits a Griffin stick and comes out to center. Kieran Larson loses his stick as the Voltigeurs control. Pass poked forward. Xavier Martin. He'll take the shot that sails high and wide of the net. Robert looking to poke it back, but the Griffins do finally get it out. Kieran Larson leaves it back for Patel. Patel has Paliotti. Gives to him his shot. Pad save. Rebound Larson. Put it just wide. Patel tries to poke it home, but he just lost the handle on that puck. As Patel intercepts, and the net comes off. A lucky break for the Voltigeurs. The first real dangerous scoring chance of this game for the Griffins comes courtesy of the Paliotti line. Done an excellent job all tournament at creating problems in the offensive zone, which is just what this coaching staff expects of that line. Coach Mike Baslik describes Adi Patel as a dog on a bone, referring to his forechecking ability. As Patel gets thrown out of that draw. The Voltigeurs control off that draw. Pinned along the boards, and they'll flip it out. Here's Gabriel Ostigui. Ostigui stops inside the line, and Larson is there for the loose puck. Just over 2 minutes to play in the first period. Larson, his pass intercepted, and Sami Taher got in his way. That pass misses Ostigui. And now it's back in the Griffin zone for Larson. Larson leaves it for Shama. Shama's pass again misses a couple of bodies, but Paliotti controls, gave it away to Ostigui. Now tipped up ahead, a shot. Shama just got his stick in the way enough. And now Patel along the boards. Adi Patel by himself for now. He's got Paliotti trailing. Patel leaves it for Paliotti. In comes Cristofaro. To Aaron Beckerleg. He'll just flip it wide of the goal. Patel chases after that puck. Paliotti back to Patel. Patel trying to work his way in the middle, but lost a handle. As we enter the final minute of play in this first period. Puck poked forward, and a good defensive play by Liam Ray to send that puck out. Lozanis got that ahead to Pitfield, has Cristofaro. Pitfield, great defensive play by Boisclair to cut off the pass. As that one sent out again. Tetro going after it, but Beckerleg gets there first. Here's Lozanis looking for Cristofaro. That pass picked off. A shot from Pitfield, or Lozanis rather, and a stop by pitcher. Lozanis back to Huberman. 20 seconds to go. Sent deep by Ray. And the Voltigeurs will break it back out to center. Huberman will go into the corner. And taken away by the Voltigeurs. Out front, a big save from Paradis. And that will do it for the first period. A huge last second save from Francis Paradis to keep this a one-goal game, as the Voltigeurs will take the 1-0 lead into the second period. Both teams will just reconvene at their benches and switch sides, as we will not have a full intermission. A relatively even first period. Relatively even first period. The ice wasn't more tilted one way than the other. But the difference was the Voltigeurs being able to capitalize on their power play. The Griffins couldn't capitalize on theirs despite generating some quality chances. The best chance at 5-on-5 came from the Michael Paliotti line. Paliotti got a quick one-timer off, and Adi Patel had an open net to tuck the puck in, but just lost a handle on it. But the Griffins could be happy with that first period effort after a bit of a slow start, which they've seen a few times in this tournament. As both teams will switch sides, and we'll get the second period underway immediately. As mentioned, the second period will also only be 18 minutes long. Paradis last season played for Académie Ulysse, which is located about an hour north of Montreal. Transferred to Selwyn House for grade 12. But he'll get some opportunities with the Griffins this season. Relatively strong showing in that first period for him, as we're underway in the second period. That puck pinned just inside the Voltigeurs blue line. Griffins control. Macri gloved it down, but they're going to call it offside as that puck just squeaked out of the blue line. Luca Macri is the Griffins' leading scorer in the CSSHL regular season so far. Only played 4 games, but he's got 5 points in those 4 games, including 2 goals. That puck slapped into the Voltigeurs zone. Macri couldn't stop that at the blue line. Now here goes Dagenet for the Voltigeurs. He'll flip it on goal, a bouncing puck. A bit of trouble for Paradis. The Voltigeurs hold it in, but Macri takes it away. Here goes Lozanis. Finds Pitfield in the middle. Pitfield, a couple of moves. Finds Cristofaro, and he couldn't jam it in. And now scrum breaks out in front of the Voltigeurs net. Cristofaro got a couple of whacks at that puck. We'll wait and see if any penalties will result from this. Looks like there'll be one from either side heading to the box. It's Domenico Cristofaro and Antoine Grenier for the Voltigeurs. following that scrum in front of Samuel Pitcher, but good play by the Griffins. The Pitfield line, which has also done well to create offense in this tournament, makes another nice play there. Lazanis takes the hit to make the play at center ice. Fortunately, Cristofaro just couldn't finish, but nonetheless a good play from the Griffins, as we'll have 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. Salakudinov on the draw for the Griffins. He wins it back, but the Voltigeurs are first on it. To Ferris. Moves it across to Macri. Macri flips it forward, was looking for Montpetit, but that was intercepted. Voltigeurs will work it back the other way. To Ferris. Now Shama takes it over. Yassine Shama will flip it out. Montpetit is first on it. Montpetit tried to drop for Salakudinov, but that pass was a bit too far. The Voltigeurs will settle it down behind their own net. 1:20 to go in the 4-on-4. That long pass. Good play by Tsaferis to break it up. That pass ahead finds Montpetit. Perhaps has a step. Montpetit right to the net. Couldn't get a clean shot off. As he falls down in the corner, that's going to be a penalty on the Voltigeurs. Great pass ahead by Isaac Huberman to spring Montpetit. Couldn't get a shot off, but does draw a penalty. And the Griffins will have 58 seconds of a 4-on-3 power play before 1:02 seconds of 5-on-4. Their second power play opportunity of the game. They couldn't convert on the first one, but they did get sustained time in the offensive zone. Aliotti on this draw for the Griffins, as it's won back to Isaac Huberman. Kieran Larson at the right circle. Give it down to Patel. Patel looking for a centering play. He'll just leave it for Larson. Now Patel. Back to Larson. He has Huberman. Huberman, Paliotti! Stopped by Pitcher. Good play design from the Griffins again, but Samuel Pitcher looking strong in his net so far. .35 seconds left in this 4-on-3 power play. The Griffins will keep the same personnel out. The Voltigeurs win that draw, and it's flipped all the way down the ice. Elie Robert in a race with Huberman, and Huberman will take that one first. He finds Kieran Larson, who leaves it back for Patel. Patel bothered by Robert, and Huberman takes over. Huberman, a couple of nice moves to work his way into the zone. Huberman fires, that's stopped by Pitcher. The Voltigeurs control and fire it down the ice. The Griffins now have 1 minute of 5-on-4 before returning to 5-on-5. As Larson lost the handle on that puck. It's taken back by Ostigui. Macri pokes that back to Larson. They'll find Pitfield as the second unit will get some chances for the Griffins. Pitfield, a centering pass, looking for Paliotti. It's loose. Patel turns, looks for a pass, and he lost the handle. Patel works it back to Macri. Macri to Patel. At the right face-off dot, Patel and Macri play catch. They'll give it across. Larson to Pitfield, fires, deflected by Paliotti, but just wide. 10 seconds left in the power play. Larson walks in and fires. And that one goes wide. Off the boards, held in by Macri as we're back to 5-on-5. Macri down in the corner, centering play for Patel. And that one didn't work. And now the Voltigeurs control. And it's flipped up ahead for Pion Robin as he's taken down, gets a shot off. Stopped by Paradis. Griffins now 0 for 3 on the power play. As here's Cristofaro. Cristofaro stops. Tries to pass back to Beckerleg, but the pass missed him. As here come the Griffins back in. Pass to the line, held in by Liam Ray. And that pass off the stick of Cristofaro goes out of play. Just about 4.5 minutes played in the second period. The Griffins now 0 for 3 on the power play. Again, keeping the puck in the offensive zone, but failing to break through Samuel Pitcher. Out front, Downey. Another save from Pitcher. Downey has it back. Gives it back to the line. Beckerleg fires. And that one goes wide. Liam Ray trying to send it around for Lazanis. And the Voltigeurs will try to work it out of their own zone as Pion Robin being harassed by two Griffins, and Liam Ray steps up. Ray out front. Stopped by Pitcher. Ray turns back and tries to bank it in, but that didn't work. Good play by Pion Robin to get that puck out. As there goes Tetro. Ray goes into the corner. Pion Robin tries to pass it back. And that pass missed. Miles Pataro will come all the way back to his own end. Voltigeurs will work it out. Here's Kiefer Pion Robin. His centering pass misses. Shama tries to knock it down, but the Voltigeurs hold the line. Pion Robin tries a centering play for Tetro, and that one missed. A long shot goes off the glove of Paradis and just over the net. Pass for Hugh Griffin. Goes back into the Voltigeurs zone. Pass up ahead finds Dagenet. Jacob Dagenet backhands it wide of the goal. Now Griffin couldn't push that any further. Shama. He'll find a bit of space. Banks it back in, and that pass nearly intercepted by Griffin, and now it's poked forward. Hugh Griffin by himself for the moment. A nice move. Griffin working his way in, and poke check just in time by Pitcher. Great play from Hugh Griffin as here goes Elie Robert with speed. Robert knocked off the puck. His pass picked off and sent back down to the Voltigeurs zone. It's over 11 minutes to play in the second period as the Griffins make changes. Up ahead finds Dagenet, and he'll poke that one in. Beckerleg gave it back to Dagenet in front of Robert. Couldn't get a clean shot on that one. And now Adi Patel for the Griffins. Flips it ahead looking for Paglioti and finds him. Michael Paglioti stopped by Pitcher. Now back out, maybe a 2-on-1 for the Voltigeurs. And a good diving play by Beckerleg, and the puck in the middle. Rebound. Robert scores! Elie Robert takes advantage of the broken play, and it's a 2-0 lead for Bourget. Feels like that's always how it goes. A great chance at one end, a great save, and then a counterattack and a goal for the Voltigeurs as Michael Paglioti couldn't convert on a breakaway. Good defensive play by Aaron Beckerleg on the 2-on-1, but left Elie Robert all alone in the slot, and he makes no mistake. It's now a 2-0 lead for the Bourget Voltigeurs. We'll looking to advance to the final. The Griffins will win that draw. Seferis has his pass intercepted. Now here comes Grenier with a shot. Paradis took a look behind him, but ultimately made the save. Elie Robert isn't who you would expect to contribute the offense on this Bourget team. He's not among the team's leading scorers so far in the regular season. But as we've seen in this game, he's a very adept penalty killer. And he can always kill you with his speed. That puck comes free to Seferis. His long pass, looking for Paliotti, didn't work. Now Grenier back into the Griffin zone, fires off the glove of Paradis. And Seferis recuperates the rebound. Boisclair steps up. Salakudinov in a battle along the boards. It comes to Boisclair. His shot hits a body in front, and Salakudinov takes control. 3-on-2 here for the Griffins. Montpetit cuts back and fires, and that's high off the glass. A bouncing puck comes loose. Antoine Grenier, he's in alone. Grenier, a backhander, scores! What a move by Antoine Grenier. And it's now 3 for Bourget. Paradis completely bites on the move. And some slick hands on display there. Another big insurance goal for the Voltigeurs. .25 left in the second period. It's now a 3-0 lead for the number 1 seed Voltigeurs. As Lazanis will bring that one in himself. Finds Pitfield, back to Lazanis. Griffins look to create something quickly, but nothing doing there. As there's Robert. He'll send it ahead. Eckerleg defending as Robert taken off the puck again. Eckerleg takes Robert into the boards. Liam Ray in a battle. Ostigui couldn't turn and fire that one as Pitfield will try to work that one out. Now the Voltigeurs in their own zone. Just over 8.5 minutes to play in this second period. Ostigui pass to the far side, but the Voltigeurs are offside. 8:31 to go. If you're the Griffins, you need to get at least one before this period ends. Showing a bit more urgency would be ideal. The face-off will be just outside the Griffins' blue line. And the Griffins win it. Michael Paliotti into the offensive zone, works it across for Patel, and that pass was airborne and missed him. Now the Voltigeurs trying to start their rush going, but Tyler Pita takes that away. Yassine Shama works smoothly through the neutral zone as that puck goes up and out of play and hits the stands here at Westmount Arena. 8:03 on the clock in the second period. Coach Mike Baslick describes Yassine Shama as an agile skater with very good edges. And he's excited about his future with this team. As Kieran Larson will tip that puck in. Larson, a huge hit in the corner. But the Voltigeurs will keep moving it up. Pion Robin, a nice move around. Pita centers it. Nobody home for the Voltigeurs. Larson, pass missed. Paliotti. And now here's Tetreault. Gets around Pita and tries a sharp angle shot, but Paradis is ready for that. Pion Robin in the corner. Gets it back to the point. Patel steps up to pressure, but that puck goes wide of the net. Pita for Paliotti. He'll pick up speed through center. Paliotti drops to Patel. Patel tries a pass. Picked off. And now the Voltigeurs start ahead again. Antoine Grenier has 2 goals in this game for the Voltigeurs. As the Voltigeurs work into the offensive zone. There's Grenier. His shot misses wide. Back at the line, a long shot in, looking for a deflection. Paradis got a shoulder on that. As Chatsis tries to get that one out, it's stopped at the line by Grenier. Grenier sends it down low, scores! Xavier Martin in the right place to unload that one. A broken play for the Voltigeurs, but they'll take it as it's 4-0. And the Griffins are making a goaltending change. Francis Paradis will cede the net to Evan Unyi. With 6:34 to go in this game. Evan Unyi got the shutout for the Griffins in their tournament opener. It was a 6-0 win against the St. John Bosco Braves. Now Chatsis tries to work ahead, but he's knocked off that puck. Here's Grenier. In the offensive zone, Grenier. His pass just dribbles through the slot, and the Griffins take control. 6:18 to go in the second period. It's now a 4-goal lead for Bourget. And they'll settle it down behind their own net. Pass for Grenier. They'll get it back. What a shift for Antoine Grenier. Been all over this neutral zone and offensive zone for the Voltigeurs. There's a long shot and the first save for Evan Unyi. Antoine Grenier has 2 goals in this game. He has 2 goals in the regular season through 6 games for the Voltigeurs. And Evan Unyi hopefully can hold down the fort for the remainder of this game and give the Griffins a chance to get back in it. As it's a steep mountain to climb now. Liam Ray puts that off the boards. Voltigeurs slap it back in. Ray for Salakudinov. His centering pass misses, but still loose in the slot. And now Joel Downey takes control. Downey to the far side from Aupetit. Bobad gets it through a couple of nice moves. In front, they score! Sammy Taher, a hound on the puck, never gave up on the play. Got through several Griffins, and it's 5 now for Bourget. Been a common theme throughout this game. The Voltigeurs' goals haven't necessarily resulted from the most dangerous looking plays, but they just never give up. And they're in the right spots at the right time to cash in. 5:18 to go in the second period. And the Voltigeurs want more. Yassine Chama in the corner. Takes down his man. He gives it across. Here goes Cristofaro. Domenico Cristofaro drops for Lazanis. He fires, and that's a save for pitcher. Lazanis leaves it back. Cristofaro sends that puck deep and comes to the right side for Chama. Cristofaro, nice pass in the middle to Ferris, to Lazanis, and that's stopped in front by pitcher. Battle along the corners. A couple of Griffins join the play. And now Elie Robert starts out for the Voltigeurs. Great speed. Robert, that shot goes off the stick of Chama and wide of the net. But the Voltigeurs control, a great pass out front! And that shot just missed the net. Again, it was Robert. And he's got it back now. He fires, he scores! But they're waving off the goal. The net had come off behind Evan Unyi. The officials will discuss here. Nonetheless, a great shot from Robert to find that opening in the top corner. 4:05 on the clock in the second period. It's a 5-0 lead for the Bourget Voltigeurs. And they're going to count the goal. Elie Robert has his second of this period. And it's 6 now for Bourget. Both he and Antoine Grenier have 2 goals in this one. Disastrous second period for the Griffins. 5 goals given up. They'll look to just get something back before heading into intermission. As Paliotti looks across. A long shot in on pitcher. That's an easy save for him. Good work on the forecheck by the Griffins, but the Voltigeurs will control. As there's a pass ahead to Tetreault. Olivier Tetreault on Safaris. He's knocked off the puck. And good play in front of the net to knock it down, but again, Unyi knocks the net off as he was shifting from right to left. So the play will stop. The final between the 2 semifinal winners will take place this afternoon at 2 p.m. As mentioned, the other semifinal between the LCC Lions and the Mount Academy Under-18 Saints is underway at the Desmarais rink here at Westmount Arena. The Lions finishing as the 2 seed in the tournament. The Griffins' next regular season matchup will be against the Lions on Friday before their official home opener next Saturday. As Liam Ray goes into the corner for that puck. He finds Hugh Griffin, 3-on-2 for the Griffins. Lozanis gives it back to Griffin, and good defensive play there by the Voltigeurs. As they'll work back out with it. Another 3-on-2 the other way. There's Ostigui. His shot goes high. Lozanis leaves it for Ray. Under 3 minutes to go in the second period. That pass hits a Voltigeurs skate and stays in the offensive zone. Ostigui sends it wide. Liam Ray is there to get it. Ray through center. Tries to burst into the offensive zone himself, but he's taken off the puck. Slapped back down, but delayed offside on the Griffins. And a long pass ahead. They caught the Griffins on a change. There's the shot and the save from Unyi off Sami Taher. Pion Robin working in the corner. Salakudinov comes in for support. Montpetit across for Downey. That poked ahead to Salakudinov, and again the Voltigeurs come out with the puck, but Salakudinov takes it right back. Salakudinov a couple of moves and shoots that one wide of the goal. Shama couldn't stop it at the line, and he'll come back out to center. Downey taken off the puck by Taher. Taher's pass misses Dagenet, and it comes back to the line. Downey pushes it forward. Montpetit trying to catch up to it, and it goes up in the air. And now Montpetit will flip it down into the Voltigeurs zone. And now another 3-on-2 brewing here That pass across. Finds Grenier. He's looking for his hat trick. That pass, or shot rather, went off a body. Good work by Lazanis to keep the puck in. Pitfield there in support. And it comes loose to the Voltigeurs as we're in the final minute of the second period. 5 goals for the Voltigeurs. And they're up 6-0 as here's Grenier again. Grenier lost the handle. Got away with a bit of a hook there. Now Grenier. Out front, Boisclair scores! Hugo Boisclair makes it 7. As everybody's getting in on the action. 39 seconds left in this second period. Boisclair is one of the 4 Ontario natives on this Bourget team from Orleans, just outside of Ottawa. And that's the 6th goal of the second period for the Bourget Voltigeurs. As Pitfield flips that deep. Boisclair there after it. And it's chipped out to center. There's Tseferis for the Griffins. Moves it for Lazanis. And Grenier got tangled up at the blue line. Here goes Lazanis. 15 seconds left in the period. Matteo Lazanis, his pass was blocked. Macri out front. It's loose. Lazanis trying to get a shot off. And now Cristofaro scores. 0.3 seconds on the clock. Domenico Cristofaro took the shot and gets one back for the Griffins. Very subdued celebration for the Griffins. It's now a 7-1 game. We'll have one more face-off before heading into the second intermission. There will be a full intermission after the second period so that the Zamboni can come redo the ice. But despite that last second goal from Cristofaro, a period to forget for the Griffins. 6 goals allowed. Samuel Pitcher strong in the Bourget net. But just a complete offensive onslaught from the Voltigeurs during that period. We'll be back for the third following intermission. Stay tuned.
always call number 2.
Yeah, I know. It's
Cooler to have a
Yeah.
name, I agree. It's more.
I'd rather just find a way to Yeah, more or less. Like my uncle is on me too. Thank you. Yeah.
I got you.
Welcome back to Westmount Arena for the third period of the semifinal game. Bourget Voltigeur against the Selwyn House Griffins. My apologies, I had the wrong roster for the Bourget Voltigeur. I've just been given the correct roster. It's a 7-1 lead for the Voltigeur. This third period will be 18 minutes long, and they'll look to head to the final of the Selwyn House tournament. The Griffins are at risk of being eliminated. This would be their last game until Friday, when they face the LCC Lions in regular season play. Two players for Bourget who scored 2 goals, Liam Coteau and Sidney Chartrand. But the Griffins win that draw. Puck sent forward, taken away by Liam Ray. And Chartrand tries to corral that pass. And now it's Chatsis. His pass misses. Cristofaro goes all the way to the goaltender, Christian Spinou. In his own zone now. Mate Medved works it out. And the Voltigeurs are in, and there's a pass for Chartrand. And that one didn't reach the net. Voltigeurs on it again as here goes Chatsis. Chatsis working his way through center for the Griffins. Over the line finds Cristofaro. That pass back to Chatsis. Goes wide of the net. Now Macri will settle it down. His pass for Tsafaris. He didn't know where the puck was. And Jaden Osborne nearly took that away as there's a shot there. And that one didn't quite get through. There's Mathieu Passerini. Look out, here he comes again. In front. That one stopped by Evan Unyi. Voltigeurs control again. Passerini taken down behind the play. He has it back, tips it out in front. And another save there from Unyi with the left pad. Liam Croteau nearly had his hat-trick goal. Xavier Hamel works it around the boards, and the Voltigeurs flip it out. Downey. For Macri, that pass misses, goes all the way down the ice. Hamel back to get it, and that's icing against the Griffins. Just about 2 minutes played in this third period. The Voltigeurs threatening to add on to this 7-1 lead. Draw from the Voltigeurs is Mason Tanguay. But Salakudinov wins that back. Here's Downey. He'll send it out to Montpetit. Montpetit just inside the line. Sends it down to Salakudinov. Salakudinov. He's taken off the puck. And here comes Tanguay. Tanguay sends it in. Evan Unyi out to play. He takes Tanguay into the boards, and the puck comes out front. But the Griffins take it back. Here goes Cristofaro in over the blue line. He'll turn back. Cristofaro pass hits a skate. And a potential break here for the Voltigeurs. Edouard Côté. He'll pass it across. And that pass didn't quite get through. Griffins back the other way. Lazanis fires, and that one is stopped by Spinou. Christophe Spinou has a 6-1 record so far this season for the Voltigeurs. Pitfield will win that draw back. Ray fires it on. The puck in the offensive zone. And now here come the Voltigeurs back the other way. Pass across. Looking there for Chartrand. That one didn't connect. Cristofaro in the offensive zone for the Griffins. Scored a goal with less than 1 second left in the second period. Beckerleg. Across for Ray. Ray. And Beckerleg has it poked away from him. Romy La Rochelle Godet in the corner for that puck. And he's working against Cristofaro now, but he'll just settle it down behind his net. And pass picked off. And there's Chartrand working again. La Rochelle Godet, a nice move to get into the slot, and he couldn't fire away. And now here comes Jackson Pitfield for the Griffins. Pitfield takes a check there from Jaden Osborne as he's knocked off the puck. Now Liam Cloteau works his way in. That puck into the corner, and play will stop. Griffins will win that draw. Macri up to Larson. Larson's pass hits a body and comes back to Macri. The Griffins have had so much trouble getting out of their own zone today. Patel again hit hard. And that pass comes back out in front. Macri will poke it forward. Taken back by Passerini. Through the line, it's poked away by Macri, and Patel couldn't get to that puck first. There's Mate Medvec, but now here's Paliotti in front. And a big save there from Spinu. Battle along the boards. Puck squirts free to Macri. He'll spin back. Paliotti shot. Stopped by Spinu. Macri out front again. Paliotti. For the Griffins has the puck taken away. And now here goes Passerini. Has Cloteau with him. Cloteau back. Passerini scores! That's your Passerini. It's the 8th of the day for the Voltigeurs. Beautiful passing play with Liam Cloteau. The Voltigeurs restore their 7-goal leads. So much skill on this Voltigeurs team. They don't need 2 or 3 chances to get the puck in the net. As the Griffins control Lazanis. They're working in the offensive zone for the Griffins. He finds Chatsis in the middle, but he couldn't get a shot off. Now the Voltigeurs will start back the other way. Griffin sends that back down. Braden Woodley in his own end. Works out for Cloteau. Now Passerini. Passerini stops up, sends it across, and Griffin got a stick on that. And Griffin taken hard into the boards. But the Voltigeurs keep control. A shot there from Woodley. Goes high. Sent back on net, and the Griffins will look to counter. Chatsis lost it. Tyler Pita has it go off his glove. And now here comes Passerini. Passerini out front. A big save from Unyi. Another good play from Xavier Hamel to find some soft ice. Now Salakudinov for the Griffins. Leaves it to the left for Downey. Back to Salakudinov. He's taken into the boards. And Mason Tanguay. Now it's back at the line. Ray steps up and shoots. That's a stick save for Spinu. Flipped high out of the zone, and Ray will take it back. Just under 11 minutes to go in this game. As here comes Tanguay. He's taken out of the play. Paliotti, or Montpetit rather, takes a big check. Salakudinov works that through to Downey. Downey sandwiched in the high slot. Liam Ray. They'll just dump it down the ice. And that icing will be waved off at the last second. And here come the Voltigeurs again. And there's a shot coming from Edouard Côté that misses wide. Marc-Olivier Hunter sends that puck in with 10 minutes to go, and both teams will change. Here's Becker leg. Sends it in looking for Cristofaro. Jumps over his stick. Just held in by Macri, but the Voltigeurs will take it right back.
Right away.
Dubreuil lost it to Cristofaro. Out to Macri, and he'll just dump it in. Cristofaro in on the forecheck, working against Ethan Ryan. Lozanis brings it back. Safaris looking for Macri. That pass picked off. Voltigeurs is Jaden Osborne, a shot. Stopped by Unyi. The rebound is there. But the Griffins escape that unscathed as that pass hits a Voltigeurs stick and goes deep into their zone. That puck goes all the way to Unyi, and he will cover up. Romy La Rochelle Godet creating pressure. As they'll just keep the clock running. A 7-goal lead for the Voltigeurs. Really no chance for the Griffins in this game. They don't see the need to stop the clock between plays. The Griffins will flip that puck out. It's intercepted. And now Adi Patel into the offensive zone for the Griffins. He's taken out of the play by Ethan Ryan. Shama sent deep. Now Paliotti with a chance. He'll fire it high off the glass. Paliotti lost it there to La Rochelle Godet. And a huge hit on Shama. And the Voltigeurs take back control. And another big hit the other way, this time from Kieran Larson on Mate Medved. And they're going after Larson. All 10 skaters getting into it here. Wasn't necessarily a dirty hit from Kieran Larson, but the puck was no longer in the area. As the clock will continue to run throughout all this. The officials are sorting out what to do exactly. Voltigeurs bench fired up after that. As now they have stopped the clock with 7:03 left. Well, Bourget, the all but definite winner of this game, will face the winner of LCC and Mountain Academy in the final this afternoon at 2 p.m. The officials is giving an explanation. The head coach Daniel Portelance for the Voltigeurs. So far, the only penalties assessed have gone to the Voltigeurs. 7:03 left in this game. Obviously, emotion is running high for the Griffins. A lot of frustration building up throughout this game. Clock has started running again. Now on under 7 minutes. So it will be a power play for the Griffins here. Face-off will be to the right of Christophe Spinou. Clock is still running. We're inside 6 minutes now. Voltigeur win that draw. Beckerleg steps up on his man, and Ray tries to hold the puck in, but it's taken away by the Voltigeur. A quick shot on Evan Unyi. He makes the save and holds on. It was Mason Tanguay who took that shot. 5.5 minutes and counting left in this game. Well, the first period wasn't perfect for the Griffins, but it was by no means disastrous. It was really the second period when it fell apart. 6 goals allowed in the second period. And of course there was that buzzer beater from Domenico Cristofaro in the last second. As Marcus Montpetit controls for the Griffins. He's hounded by Tanguay, and Tanguay got up in his hands. Montpetit didn't like that. Montpetit gives him a cross-check following that. Beckerleg stops it at the line. Edouard Côté sends it back around for the Voltigeur. Beckerleg to Ray. Ray will slap one on, and Christophe Spinou makes the save. Another scrum ensues at the end of that. Clock continues to run, but the officials will have to sort this out. Paliotti in a scrum with 3 Voltigeur players. And John Chatsis is headed to the box now for the Griffins. As is Braden Woodley for the Voltigeur. And they're going to call the game. .344 on the clock, but that's going to do it. It's an 8-1 victory for the Voltigeur. They will head to the final to face the winner of LCC and the Mountain Academy Under-18 Saints. Just a complete domination today by the Voltigeur, capitalizing on their chances and running away with this game in the second period. It's an 8-1 victory. They won't even shake hands after the game. They're just going to leave the ice immediately. The officials still having to sort it out. The goaltenders at least will shake hands. That will do it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to Primo Productions for putting on this stream. We'll be back for the finals at 2 p.m. I'm Jared Lackman-Minkoff. Have a good one.
They shook before the game. Oh, fair, yeah. But, yeah. Yeah. Bad sportsmanship all around, yeah. You done for the day? Yeah, I guess so. Well, I mean, hey, look, if you want to make more money, go Alaska. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of homework to do. Do your thing. Less work for you. So yeah, 100% you're done? Yeah. Cool. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah. not mistaken, next game's 2 o'clock here, right?
I believe so.
You hate to see it, but we finished the game.
Yeah.
We finished the game. But to a certain extent.
I mean, I get it. I think in that case it was the right thing to do.
But you only have 19.
Yeah.
It was getting bad.
Yeah.
And they didn't want yesterday.
Yeah.
Fair enough.